Okay, this is the solution. Light duty goes to the battery. Can you do it now? Sorta. There's no question it'll work. If you're going to use a plug-in hybrid, the other side of it is gasoline, and the gasoline is it's going to be foreign probably, and but it's less. If you're going to use a battery, well, it helps you, so that helps. I'm for anything that's ours, American. I want it. This has nothing to do with politics. This is the most unbelievable opportunity for a president of the United States, and he talks about energy a lot, but when he goes before the American people and says this is not political, it has nothing to do with politics, this is very much like war without guns. It's war. We are going to come together as a nation and we're going to solve the problem that should have been solved a long, long time ago. I hope that, and you know, he is a charismatic guy. He makes a good speech and everything. I think he can pull it off. I think he can. And it will bring everybody together. The heavy duty equipment will go to natural gas. Now my model there is the South Coast Air Quality Management District. They said, this was 10 years ago, they had an air quality problem and they were going to solve it. And this is the way Barry Wallerstein, who ran AQMD, said, find me the dirtiest vehicles and let's figure out how to get them off the road. So when they checked, it was a trash truck. The trash truck runs 24 hours a day, it idles, the burn is inefficient, and the emissions are horrible. So he said, it costs more for a natural gas trash truck, so how much more? $50,000. Okay, give them $50,000 on the new ones and they can't buy diesel again. But he didn't force them out of the diesels. Just when you buy a new one, you got to go with the natural gas. Now over 50% of them. And one diesel trash truck taken off the road is equivalent to 325 cars. So he found the greatest pollutant of all was a trash truck. Okay, now what do you want to do? You're not trying to clean up the emissions, although you get it is a plus on that because natural gas is 60% cleaner than diesel. But that's the seamless move from the 18-wheelers. There's 6.5 million 18-wheelers in the United States. The proposal we made to the transition team is to take 350,000, incent them with $75,000, get to scale so you don't have to do this but one time. That's $28 billion. What does it do for you? It will create over 400,000 jobs. It'll get you 2,000 stations. I don't want the government to pay for the stations. They'll come with the vehicles. It'll be seamless because you go into it slowly and then pick up as you go. And you will reduce the dependency on foreign oil by 4%. I said, well, that doesn't fix the problem. It's only 350,000. I've got 6.5 million. But you've got to get the leadership to take it, go with it, and make it happen. Is the way it all comes together. It can work. In 5 years, you could reduce with, if you went to work on it. See, I say the truckers, I said I love them because they somehow they think a lot like Marines. You know what I mean? They're very, very patriotic guys. They are. Once you get them on board and tell them, let's do it, let's make it happen, let's use a domestic fuel, not foreign oil. I'm telling you, I think it would be, and then what'll happen, it'll dribble down to your car. I drive a Honda GX Civic, and that's the only natural gas car, passenger car in America. Can you believe that? Here we have an abundant supply of natural gas in America. It's cheaper, it's cleaner, and it's ours. Why do you think the Iranians are switching all their vehicles over to natural gas? Because it's abundant, it's cheaper, it's theirs. Why is Gazprom putting all those natural gas stations all over Europe? Same reason. And we have exactly the same opportunity they do. We have more natural gas than we know what to do with in this country. And here we are with the resource. You say, well, how did all this happen? It happened because you had cheap oil. You had cheap oil and you had an absence of leadership. There wasn't anybody that was willing to step up and say, we've got to get off the foreign oil and we have a plan. So along comes a guy 40 years later that has a world of experience in the industry, that has a plan. And the plan is so simple that anybody can understand it in 15 or 20 minutes, I think. I mean, it's very clear. You just need to check to see if we have plenty of natural gas. We do. Will natural gas work? There are 8.5 million natural gas vehicles in the United States, excuse me, in the world, and only 142,000 in the United States. Only 142,000. You gave me a new figure. Was it 10 million they've gone to? 9.8 million. 8.5 million was what it was, I think, 2 years ago. And it's gone from 8.5 to 9.8. Everybody that has natural gas is going to natural gas but us. We're the only ones. Around the world, they've got to look at us and wonder how smart we are. They really do. I mean, the cheap oil has stunted us. Stunted. I don't know whether you all know that word or not. That was the word that my grandmother gave me. If I smoked cigars and drank coffee, it would stunt me. And she said, you'll be 6 feet tall if you don't drink coffee or smoke cigars. And when I was 20 years old, I went to her and I said, Grandmother, I'm not 6 feet tall, I don't smoke cigars, and I didn't drink coffee. She said, Sonny, if you had, you may not have been 5 feet tall. So, and this that I've talked to you about today, and I'm going to finish up with this, so you don't pull me off the platform up here. But this, once again, has nothing to do with politics. And when I launched, I said that, and Harry Reid wanted to talk to me, and he asked me if I'd come by and see him, and he said, you know, he said, we've been mortal enemies for years. And I said, that isn't true. What do you call him? Chairman. Yeah, chairman. I said, leader, boss. Yeah. I said, we haven't been mortal enemies. I said, you know, I was on the dais with you out at Las Vegas one time, and we enjoyed talking. He said, yeah, but you know, you've been a tough opponent. I said, okay, tough opponent, but not enemies. But we talked there in his office, and he said, you're out of the 08 presidential campaign. I said, I'm out. I said, I've said I am out. If I'm going to sell this, I cannot be involved in politics. Within a week, he said, my mortal enemy became my mortal friend. And he told me when I said that, he said, Boone, let me tell you one thing. None of us doubt when you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. And he said, if you say that you are not in politics, I would not ask another soul, will he be? Is he telling me the truth? I know you're telling the truth. So he said, your credibility is great with us or anybody else. So he said, and I said, I'm going to do this. He said, go do it. And boy, he has been supporting me all the way on everything. He has backed me. And Pelosi has come right along too with that. And so, having said that, and you can't believe all kinds of people have said, look, I'll give you money. Well, people give you money, they're going to want to have some influence, of course. Why would they, you know? So I said, no, look, I'm not taking money from anybody in the deal. I said, I am the Lone Ranger. So I have approached it that way. It's been totally about us, Americans, that we're going to solve the problem. I truly believe that. We're going to get off the dependency on foreign oil, and the credibility of this country will go up immeasurably in the future. And I feel good about it, where we are. We've had over 17 million hits come in on that website. We have 1.5 million people signed up with me. And I hope that, you know, you'll go back, punch in, and sign up with me. It doesn't cost anything, and it just brings more of us together to solve the problem for all of us. Thank you.